All right, so ChatGPT o1. You probably heard the hype, right?
It's kind of unavoidable at this point.
Totally.
Mm.
And look, we've seen AI breakthroughs come and go, but this ChatGPT o1 thing, it feels different, like really different.
Yeah, it's not just another algorithm.
Exactly. So today we're diving deep into this article, educational article, how ChatGPT o1 will change your life. Catchy title, right? But does it live up to it? Let's find out.
I think the article makes a pretty compelling case.
Right, and they jump right into it. They've got this whole thing about ChatGPT o1 creating a 3D first-person shooter game.
Oh, yeah, I read that.
And get this, the person who made it, no coding experience. Zero. Zip.
Really?
Swear. And it only
Yeah.
took them like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, come on.
I know, it sounds insane. But that seems to be the whole point with this o1 thing. It's not just doing what it's told, it's thinking.
Reasoning, supposedly. That's the claim, anyway.
Okay, but seriously, if this thing can actually reason, wouldn't that change, well, everything?
It's a huge deal if it's true. Imagine problem solving on a whole other level.
Okay, but how? How is that even possible?
Well, the article talks about O1 being able to actually grasp concepts, not just process data.
Hold on, back up. Grasp concepts. That sounds awfully human.
Right, but that's what they're saying. Analyzing, understanding, and then actually generating solutions. It's not just mimicking patterns anymore. At least that's the claim.
So it's not just about spitting out lines of code, it's about knowing what that code is actually doing.
And why and how it fits into the bigger picture.
Okay, pause right there. Because if that's true, the possibilities are
Endless.
exactly. And the article doesn't hold back. They go from video games straight into, like, ChatGPT o1 being this business guru.
Well, that's the dream, isn't it? AI that can solve all our problems.
Right. You need a marketing plan? Boom, ChatGPT o1's got you covered. Want to optimize your supply chain? No problem. ChatGPT o1's on it.
And personalize everything, of course.
Of course. So are we talking utopia here? Is that what they're saying?
Well, the article definitely paints a rosy picture. But let's not forget, this is still AI. It's based on data, and data can be messy.
Ooh, good point. So are we saying ChatGPT o1's advice might not be all that?
Let's just say I wouldn't base all my business decisions on it just yet.
Okay, so ChatGPT o1, business tycoon, master coder, what else can it do?
Well, if you believe the hype, it can also revolutionize healthcare.
For real? Like how?
The article talks about everything from personalized treatment plans to, get this, managing chronic illnesses.
Whoa. Hold up. We're talking about handing over our health to an AI.
That's the idea, apparently.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm all for a little tech help, but would you trust ChatGPT o1 to diagnose that weird rash you've had for weeks?
Okay, that's a fair point.
I'd still be on WebMD freaking myself out and then probably making a doctor's appointment anyway.
Exactly. And that's one thing the article kind of glosses over. The ethical side of things.
Right, like what about data privacy? Or the risk of misdiagnosis?
Not to mention the potential for people to become overly reliant on AI and avoid seeing a doctor altogether.
Okay, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. So maybe ChatGPT o1 as your personal physician is still a little ways off.
Probably for the best.
Agreed. But speaking of things that might need a human touch, let's talk law. Because apparently ChatGPT o1 is a legal eagle too.
Oh, yeah. The contract thing. That was fascinating.
Right. Like imagine never having to decipher another legal document again. That's a dream come true.
The article gave this example of ChatGPT o1 revising a contract for a lawyer, inconsistencies, alternative clauses, all that jargon.
Wow. And it actually did it right.
Supposedly, yeah. In a fraction of the time it would normally take.
So are we saying lawyers are about to go extinct? Is that ChatGPT o1's next move?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The article touched on that, how AI could change the legal profession.
I mean, it makes sense. Why hire an expensive lawyer when you can just have ChatGPT o1 draft your contracts for a fraction of the cost?
Right. But then again, who's liable if something goes wrong?
Ooh, good point. That's a whole other can of worms.
Exactly. And the article didn't really dive into that,
Yeah.
but it's something to think about.
It definitely is. Okay, so we've got ChatGPT o1 shaking up the worlds of gaming, business, healthcare, and now the legal system. Is there anything this AI can't do?
Well, according to this article, it's also poised to transform education and research.
Wait, seriously, how so?
They had this whole thing about a PhD student who used ChatGPT o1 for their research. Apparently, it helped them with some super complex coding.
No way.
Yeah, like code that would have taken them a year to write. ChatGPT o1 churned it out in no time.
A year's worth of work, just gone, like that. That's insane. So we're saying this PhD student just used AI to write their dissertation. What does that even mean for the future of, actually learning something?
That's the question, isn't it? Is this accelerating education, or are we missing something crucial here?
Right, because yeah, it's amazing that ChatGPT o1 can whip up code like that. But if you don't understand the why behind it, what's the point?
Exactly. And that's something the article touches on, this idea of a black box when it comes to AI. We see the amazing results, but do we really understand how it's getting there?
Okay, yeah, black box. That's kind of creepy, right? Like, what is it hiding in there?
Well, it's not about hiding necessarily. It's just
Mhm.
we don't always know the exact pathways these AI are taking to reach their conclusions.
So how do we trust those conclusions then?
That's the million-dollar question. And it's not just about trusting the results either. It's about understanding the potential biases baked into those results.
Because AI is only as good as the data it's trained on, right?
Right.
And we all know data can be skewed.
Exactly. So even if ChatGPT o1 is generating amazing things, we have to remember it's a product of its programming, and its programming might not always align with, well, human values and ethics.
Okay, that is a lot to unpack. But this is why I love these deep dives. It's not just about, oh, cool, new tech. It's about really thinking about the implications.
Absolutely. And I think this ChatGPT o1 thing is a prime example of that.
Right. So let's recap for a sec. We've got ChatGPT o1 potentially designing video games, running businesses, replacing doctors, lawyers.
And revolutionizing education, for better or for worse.
It's like, is there anything this AI can't do?
Well, there's one thing the article doesn't really address, and it's something I've been thinking about a lot.
Oh, do tell.
Imagine, just for a moment, that what we're seeing with ChatGPT o1, this is just the beginning.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what we are hinting at earlier.
Right. But seriously, think about it. If this is what it can do now, what about ChatGPT o2 or o3? What happens when these AI become even more powerful, even more ubiquitous?
Whoa, okay, that just blew my mind a little. Because you're right, this could be just the tip of the iceberg.
Exactly. And that's what I want to leave you with today. As you're out there exploring ChatGPT o1, keep asking those big questions. What kind of future are we creating with this technology? What are the risks, the rewards?
Yeah.
Because one thing's for sure, things are about to get very interesting.
You said it. All right, everyone. That's a wrap on this deep dive into the world of ChatGPT o1. But the conversation doesn't stop here. Keep those brain gears turning, and we'll see you next time.